Okay, so welcome everyone. Another miracle occurs. It's not just a miracle, it's actually taken quite a bit of organizing and through this amazing medium of online Zoom and some pretty careful thinking by the retreat managers who've generously offered their time and intelligence to make this happen for us. So this is the occasion. It is an occasion. You know, these online things can seem pretty easy. You know, push a button, but actually they're not. They're not easy. I mean, they're good, but they take some doing, and that, in a way, gives it a sense of occasion. It's not a casual affair. It's something that has an occasion to it, and requires effort, intelligence, discipline, restraint. Actually, a lot more restraint on your part and care on your part, because you're not in some secluded retreat center. You're right in your home with all that that entails. So, as you're probably well aware, this is both a great opportunity to integrate, to make your home a temple, you know, with sacred spaces and sacred times in it, and learn that discipline where you really plant what's important for you in your heart into your living place. It's not just a place which is full of the worldly duties, it's a place that's full of your Dhamma duties, and those Dhamma duties are things you have take equal care to maintain as you do any other duties. So this is a great opportunity to integrate practice into daily life. Yeah. Of course, there are also challenges. You know, you have children or pet dogs or something, and phone. You know, so some things you can switch off. People you can't switch off. But you know, so I hope you make the efforts to explain, and we're not going to be online all the time, but really trying to make this online experience as contained and full as possible. Appreciate the sense that because of this occasion we are straddling the planet, which means that for many of you this is nighttime, some people it's early morning, myself it's afternoon. So naturally that means that, you know, some of the teaching will be occurring in live while you're asleep. But we're making every effort to get these things recorded, videos recorded, so that when you wake up, you can push a button and you get the talk that was given, you know, 5 hours ago. So, which is another wonderful thing. So I really like to feel that, you know, you are all included, and make every effort to try to create occasions for everyone to be online together. If that's not possible, then there will be recorded material that you can pick up, so you stay in touch with the flow of what's going on. I think you have your sheets, your information sheets, and have a look at those in due course. But of course, the most important thing when we start a retreat is we acknowledge the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha, our guide, our leader, our center, our aspirations, and our hopeful fruitions. So we'll start with some chanting. And the chanting, which I've created or edited out, is a sections of longer chants. It's basically a rather simplified salutation to the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha, which you'll find on your sheets. And this will first of all go through that in Pali language. There's a particular resonance and sound and purity to the Pali language. Language is not used for anything else. Nothing else has been done in Pali except Buddha's teachings. There's nothing else but is purely Buddhist teaching language. It's amazing language. So all the sounds, all the resonances, all the meanings are associated with awakening. And just think of the number of throats and vocal cords these sounds have rolled over. And that's what we belong to, that ongoing community through time and space. So it's a way in which we align ourselves to the aspirations and the commitments of people throughout the world, throughout history. Do that in Pali, and then then we'll do it again in English. So once you've done the Pali, Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, then we'll go back to the beginning, do it in English. So you're also getting a brief, hit or brief touch into what's being said, what's being uttered, the meaning of it, and then we'll finish the chanting with a mantra on page 14, which is called the Refuge Mantra. So for those of you not familiar with this, we begin by making an offering of incense to the Buddha, we have an image of the Buddha here. And you notice the flower represents purity, moral purity, and little light represents wisdom, and the incense represents the cultivation of meditation. And so we offer that, bow to it, and then we'll begin the chanting. Now, normally, of course, we have the wonderful experience of hearing 50 other people, but because when you do this online, if we open it up to everybody, the voices don't actually synchronize. So you get this incredible cacophony of voices not harmonizing. So it would just be you and me chanting together. But imagine there's another 200 people doing the same thing, because that's actually the case. Yoso bhagava arahant dhamma sambuddho swagato yena bhagavata dhammo supatipanno yasa bhagavato savaka sangho Hamayam Bhagavantang Sadhammang Satsangam Imehi Sangarehi Yadarahang Aropidehi Vipujayama Satuno Bande Bhagava Sujira Parini Bhutopi Vajima Janatanugam Manasa Ime Zakare Dukatapanagara Bonde Katigan Hatu Ham Ham Diharatang Itaya Sukhaya Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddham Bhagavantang Abhivadi. Swakato bhagavata dhammo dhammang namassami. Supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho sanghang namami. Damayam buddhasa bhagavato upapakanamakkarang aromasi. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Damayam Buddhanus Damayam Buddhanus Satinayam Roma Sitam Bhavana Bhagavandang Noam Galayano Giti Sando Avogato Yende Viso Bhagavang Arahang Samma Sambuddho Vicha charana sampanno sugato lokavitu anuttaro purisadhamma sarati sanda devam anutsanam buddho bhagavate. Damayam dhamman satinam romasi. Damayam dhamma satyam roma se sovakato bhagavata dhammo sande tingo vakaligo ehi passigo apanayiko pajadang veditapo vinyuhi namahang dhammang apipuchayami namahang dhammang Tiratsanamami. Damayam Sanghan Sakinayam Romasi. Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho. Ujupatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho. Yaya Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho. Sami Chipatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Yandinam Jatandari Borisa Yukani Atta Borisa Bukala Esa Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Ahuneyo Bahuneyo Dakineyo Anjali Karaneyo Anuttarang Punya Kitan Lokasate. So look at the English, chant the qualities of the Buddha, Dhammada Sangha. Now let us chant the recollection of the Buddha. A good word of the Blessed One's reputation has spread as follows. He, the Blessed One, is indeed the Pure One, the perfectly enlightened One. He is impeccable in conduct and understanding, the accomplished One, the knower of the worlds. He trains perfectly those who wish to be trained. He is teacher of gods and humans. He is awake and holy. Now let us chant the recollection of the Dhamma. The Dhamma is well expounded by the Blessed One, apparent here and now, timeless, encouraging investigation, leading inwards, to be experienced individually by the wise. Now let us chant the recollection of the Sangha. They are the Blessed One's disciples who have practiced well, who have practiced directly, who have practiced insightfully, those who practice with integrity. That is the four pairs, the 8 kinds of noble beings. These are the Blessed One's disciples. Such ones are worthy of gifts, worthy of hospitality, worthy of offerings, worthy of respect. They give occasion for incomparable goodness to arise in the world. So when we cultivate chanting, and this is called puja, which means to honor, to praise, and it's a particular um, gesture of the heart that we're capable of. It's an important gesture to be able to make, because it's a gesture of the heart that lifts and rises without craving, without pushing, without willpower, without desire, just the sense of rising up. And rising up with something we feel is beautiful, worth living for, worth rising up to. And it's important to cultivate that every day, because a lot of time we're just dragging ourselves onwards or being pushed onwards, or stuff, or falling down, dragging ourselves along, or swept along, or spun around. We lose autonomy in this flooded world. But this is an occasion we stick our heads out of the floods and rise up. And that's the theme of meditation, of Dhamma practice, sticking your head out of the flood and rising up. An occasion for incomparable goodness to arise in the world. Yeah. And so when you do the English, you might find a particular phrase that suddenly strikes you as worthy of consideration. Now, the quality of rising up through puja is embodied. So it's there's a particular gestures you make, which are offering, a gesture of offering, just for the beauty of offering. You make an altar so that you can feel that it's your special place, special time. Yeah. This is not just getting something done. There's no payback. It's just something that you can make offerings to. And so just because it lifts your heart. Yeah. And you put up there, you might put these images up there, you can put your own images, something that reminds you of what's worth rising up to, awakening, freedom, liberation, wisdom, compassion, truthfulness, integrity. But these words are easy words. We make them something that's a little more physical and embodied, and you actually put your body into it. You offer your body. So the sense of the puja is I offer body, speech, and heart. Offering the body's bowing, offering speech is the act of making sound, and offering heart, intention, receptivity, focus. I'm offering that focus. Yeah. And there's a particular stately, steady. It's not frantic. It's a very steady, sonorous quality. It's just good to cultivate that. Know that it's not something that's got any speed to it. You shouldn't do it in a peremptory, functional way. And that's great too. It's an art, puja. It's a craft, like calligraphy or playing the violin or something. You're not getting it done. And it's nice to be in that particular energy and that particular mind state. Now, making sound, something that we're gifted with, and you just consider that you're using your breath, and with chanting, use your entire upper body, not just your mouth and throat, but use your abdomen, your chest, your throat, your mouth, your nose, your lips, and your ears. Use the full set, Yeah. And they're all important, including the ears, because the ears are helping you to keep the tune if you're chanting with other people. Otherwise, you just can go off. So the act of puja is a harmony. You can only use harmony if you're receptive. You're using your ears as much as your voice. So it's not a matter of belting it out as loud as possible, but of being able to listen and let your hearing consciousness and your vocalizing consciousness, let them meet and adjust the tone so it's in harmony. It doesn't have to be loud, you don't have to have a great voice, but it's important that it's got, you're with it, you're listening to it. So but by itself, these two consciousnesses, the hearing consciousness and the vocalization consciousness, will start to harmonize together. Yeah. That's why it's actually better to learn chanting from hearing it than reading it, because there's not the same connection between the ear, the eye, and the voice as there is between the ear and the voice. Okay, so now how do we do chanting? Well, you drop your shoulders, take a long breath out, go way down your torso to the base of your abdomen, let all the breath out. Take a slow breath in through your nostrils, fill up, and then begin using first of the abdominal muscles, just gently, like a squeezing is too strong word, but gently, pushing the air up through your chest into your throat, and out through the mouth. Yeah. And so the actual sound only is not all of that. You start with the breath, and like within a second or two, half a second, and as the air comes up to your throat, then you use your throat muscles to make the sound. So, as I breathe out, so I breathe out now, but the sound comes a little later. You listen. If you listen and also tuning with your body, you can feel resonances occurring in your skin, in the bones, particularly the chest bones and head bones. Now that's an important effect because it helps to settle the nervous system. Nervous system is embodied. You send this gentle resonance into the nervous system through the physicality of the body and through the hearing, you're getting a calming and resonant effect. And so really, you keep the chanting in your body. What comes out of your mouth is that comes, but really to feel it in your body as it's coming up through your chest, through your throat. Feel it resonate in the palate, which is right underneath the brain. It starts to ring. You get subtle resonance in the bones of the skull because you're resonating the sound at the base of the skull in the palate. And don't push it. Because once that sound's gone out of your mouth, there's nothing you can do with it. It's gone. It's too late. So while you got hold of it in your mouth, in your throat, in your tongue, and your lips, really hold it so that when it comes out, you've done everything you want to do with that sound. You felt it rising in your throat, you've held it in your mouth, and you've moved your tongue and your lips behind it, and then you can let it out. So you really use the mouth. So the tongue drops or it rises in order to make the sound. And your lips form the particular consonants. Lips and tongue and teeth form the consonants, but the vowel is the throat and the resonance of the mouth. So the vowel is always the open sound, which is the resonance to it. And the consonants, those hard sounds, k, j, p, they just cut it, clip it into shape. Yo, so, and those are nice, light, crisp sounds, the sounds of the consonants. And the Pali language is such that it's every vowel is a pure sound. They're just there's no L, no twisted sounds. They're just all straight, pure sounds. So it helps your vocalization experience to be very steady. Because you're only making one sound, you're not making a sound that twists into another sound. L, oh. So that's the effect. You get a lovely steady resonance in the head when you cultivate like that. If you're familiar or just a little bit spooked by the sight of these Pali letters, just listen to the sound. You'll get it. It's not the same as an English language. Got H's, which are just, the H is just the P sound. It's not, rather than the B sound. So you just have a B on its own, B. But if it's BH, it's B. So you get soft, plosive sounds, and you'll pick it up. You can look at it online, you can look at a chanting book, they'll tell you how all this stuff operates. But for now, we won't bother with that. You'll pick it up. Sounding and chanting is a swish of something bleeping. You get these things that are supposed to make life easy, aren't they? They're always bleeping at you. So, mantra. Now, what we've done just now is a recitation, and there's a particular flow of meaning in that. With a mantra, you get the meaning over and over and over again. It's a sort of sense of really entraining an impression and a sound and a meaning in your heart. You chant mantras. because you're doing the same thing over and over again. It just helps to steady, calm the mind and train it into a particular theme. And so the first one we're going to use, well, the only one we can use for this retreat, is called a refuge mantra. And you'll see that in your chanting sheet. I think it's page 14. And mantras are generally done either in threes. So you might do three recitation, do it 3 times or 9 times, or depending how much energy you have, you do them in 3, 9, and so on and so on. 108 if you're really into big time mantra recitations, but we'll just start with the 3. Buddhang me jivitang yavani panang saranam gacchami dhammang me jivitang yavani panang saranam gacchami sangham me jivitang yavani panang Saranam gacchami buddham me jivitang yavani panang Saranam gacchami dhammang me jivitang yavani panang Saranam gacchami sangham me jivitang yavani panang Saranam gacchami buddham me jivitang yavani panang Saranam gacchami dhammang me jivitang yavani panang Ranam gacchami sangham me jivitang Avani Banang Saranam Gacchami. English. There I go for refuge, giving my life to realize Nibbana. To the Dhamma I go for refuge, giving my life to realize Nibbana. To the Sangha I go for refuge, giving my life to realize Nibbana. And when you finish making the sound, listen. Listen with the ears, listen with the heart, and as if you're something who is still chanting, meaning tuning into the theme awakening, guide, being guided, by an awakened one. How beautiful is that? A teaching accessible, relevant, available, leading you onwards, inviting you, come this way, find out for yourself. How open is that? Companionship, those who practice insightfully, those who practice directly, worthy of honor. Entering this company. Mm. As chanting, we're setting up the body, speech, and heart, bringing them together. And this is the combination we use for meditation. It's not separate, it's the same thing. Meditation, we don't make external sound, and our thinking, our speaking is minimal. Mm. Just reminding ourselves, as is necessary. Mm. Bring yourself out of the flood. Mm. Rise through the body, the spine, open the chest, keep the head up. Use the body energy to rise. The span of the chest opening, where the inside of the mouth, relaxing tongue, opening the head internally through relaxing around the eyes and the forehead, the skin, relaxing the muscles in the face and the skin. Get a sense of the head opening, no longer such a pressurized zone or an organizing zone. Feeling the space that occurs when the organization and the pressure stops. We realize a certain space and wonderful qualities in that openness, receptive. Hold the space with your body so you feel the sense of the spine rising, frame of the body. It's just like a picture frame. So we don't fall over into the picture, fall over into our minds, and ventilate, allowing the turgid or dark or muddled energies to be breathed out. Drawing in sweet, pure air, breathing out turgid, tangled, stressful stuff. This occasion, we're not focusing on any particular sensation. Primarily, we're just cultivating rising up, holding up, opening, ventilating, you might say. It's an energy practice, clearing energies. Pujas help to stimulate and massage energy in the heart, voice, and body. Wakens everything up in the system internally. Quieten it down. All the energy of your mind, heart, body. Breathing out. Every inhalation, it rises again, comes in, we are restored, breathing out, ventilating, to get a sense of clearing and steadying. Focus on the energy. It's a good occasion to establish your intention for the day, a general commitment for the day, intention for the day. A very simple theme, integrity or taking it steady, you know, understanding your habits and making intention that will bring balance and clarity to your life. So we'll now conclude the morning, the puja, and the salutation, final salutation, closing homage. Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammam Namassami. Supatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Sangham Namami. So we'll close the group session this time. And for those of you who are available, we'll meet again in about 1 hour, 1 hour's time.